was the last time you did an audit of your work and home behaviors? That sounds a little clinical. I realize that, so bear with me. But what I'm really asking is, do you have a plan? Do you have strategy around how you're going to perform at your high self-made level? No one performs at a high level without a plan, and working mothers are the population in the world that gets the least amount of time to plan for their own success. We are so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, taking care of the household needs, and then, trying to execute work projects on top of that, that a lot of time our own elite performance strategy falls to the wayside and we just kind of make do with what we got. In the book, The Self-Made Mom, I reference one of the times that was most challenging in my life after having our second and third children was a time when I nicknamed myself the Vulture, because of my ever increasing habit to simply eat kind of what was left over from everyone's place at my meal or as my meal. Obviously, resulting in poor nutrition and probably not enough or too many calories on any given day. And it was such a great and very simple indication of not planning for performance needs. Like, obviously, if you're going to perform at a high level, you need nutrition. So I use that as an example to share with you this challenging idea. And really, we're going to start the self-making exercise on the platform of when was the last time you really thought through what do you need to perform at your highest level? Is it time? Is it a plan? Is it resources? When was the last time you actually thought about the business acumen that you have and applied that to your own life? I'll give you an example. If you were handed a project at work and you knew you needed to perform at a really high level at that project, what would your first inclination be? Right? It would be make a plan to execute at a high level. You would look at your calendar and allocate time. You would look at your team and delegate and access resources, right? You would look at the project and ask yourself, what do I need to prepare beforehand? What do I need to have on hand while we execute? What kind of follow-up is it going to require? So we have all of this business acumen that we don't apply to our personal lives, but we should, right? If you look at execution of Thanksgiving, right? You're hosting Thanksgiving. Could you apply business acumen to that? Of course. What resources are there available? Could you buy your pies somewhere, right? Like something's got to give, girls. Could you make sure that you have a babysitter come the day before so you have time to prep the food? Could you, in the evenings, clean one room a week leading up to Thanksgiving so it's not just all on the one day before? There are a lot of different strategies that we can think through when we're talking about performance. Keep watching the videos in this self-making exercise for more guidance on how to identify your performance needs, how to stop apologizing for your performance needs, and how to communicate your performance needs. The time to become self-made is now.